Welcome to MT Bricks, where in today's video it's another huge update for the Lego City. Now this is like a mega ultra sort of video because it's a couple of videos or a few videos combined into one. So yeah, I just thought I'd sort of film this sort of intro now. Because there might be a couple of bits that don't make sense, like I'm talking about a new video. But yeah, I thought I'd just roll all these videos into one big long video. So yeah, this is of me doing the amusement park. I'm adding in this new Lego Friends set. So yeah, let's jump into what I thought was the first intro. So there's going to be a couple of intros in this video. Major amusement park update. So I've recently received this Lego set here, this Fun Bay amusement park. It's a Lego Friends set. Yeah, it retails for £90 here in the UK. Yeah, and I really actually like the set, but in this video I'm going to be trying to place it in the Lego City. I'm going to do a quick mini review on it, not anything massively detailed, but yeah, I'm not too sure what the official name of the set is, but I'll show you it here. You can see I've just got my camera on sort of like the wide angle thing at the minute, just so I can sort of fit it all in shot. But yeah, I really like it. It's all sort of one big assembly. It's not separate builds. It's always sort of one big thing, and it's quite big as well. Like you can sort of see compared to a mini doll how big it is. And then the other sort of fun thing about the set is it all operates off one turn handle, and you can see everything moves from that, including this surfboard, the sort of main ride system, and as well as that you've got the little game stool that moves along with it as well. So yeah, that's really fun how it all works off the same sort of crank handle. So yeah, I'll spin the set around a second if I sort of can. It's just hitting the wall there. You can see the back of it. It's got like this sort of nice fish tank. And this is where you actually turn the handle here, and you can turn it really fast if you want, and that'll go absolutely crazy. You've got the back of the game stool. It's fair enough sort of from behind. It doesn't look the best, but yeah, it's sort of good with all these stickers and stuff. Then yeah, it really doesn't look great over here, but you've got this little turnstile as well to get into the park, and then sort of this beach and the pier. You've also got like the steps to get onto this ride and stuff. Sort of from this angle it's a bit awkward for me to get to the handle. But yeah, I really like it. It's just a nice sort of little build. I really think probably my favourite part about the set would have to be this bit down here. Like this little game stool, how when you turn the handle, all of that moves as well, like back and forward, which is really cool. You've also got the actual ride up here, and I just really like all the colour and stuff in the set. As for how long it took me to build, it took me about 3 or 4 hours in total. Not too long at all. And then yeah, it sort of all just works. Sort of, it's all got like axles and stuff under here. So yeah, that is pretty much it for me talking about this set. It's now time to move on to the amusement park. So if I pick the camera up and we go into sort of shaky hand mode now, because yeah, I don't have any stabilisation on this phone. You can sort of see along here, this is the amusement park. I've got space for it, but you notice that's the beach. This is the beach. I wasn't actually going to have any rides on the beach in the Lego City, so I'm now faced with a bit of a dilemma of where to put it. So just thought I'd pull the camera out of wide angle mode, and I'll move this Harry Potter Hogwarts Castle set out of the way, so we can sort of look at where I could put it. So my first thought was going to be putting it in here, in this space where the road is, just in this sort of big green, because really it can't go around here. I've not been down the back of the amusement park in a while, but yeah, I can already see there isn't space to put it down there. So I'm thinking here, but then sort of it doesn't make any sense with the beach, and even the corner shape wouldn't really work unless I was to maybe put it sort of in this corner, but I'd still have to remove, well, I couldn't do it because it wouldn't make any sense having the beach in the middle of the city. So I thought, why not just not bother putting it in the amusement park, just put it across the road on the beach. So I thought of doing that, but what would happen if I was to do that? I'd have to make a few modifications here to add water. The colouring of the water isn't the same, so that would look a bit odd. More importantly, when I plan to have a bridge or something across here that I can remove, obviously, so I can walk through, it would block that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it in a sort of few different places and see how that works. So this was the first sort of scenario I come up with placing this. Now you can already see the problem. I'd have to basically remove loads of sand to make this sort of a bay area. Now ideally I don't really want to do that because it's a lot of faff. I've already done all the beach and I still don't think it'd look great. I'd also have to remove a lot of the plates at the side here, and it would block the end of the road. And yeah, the pier wouldn't even be going into the water, so again, it wouldn't make much sense. So that would mean obviously blocking the road, and I wouldn't be able to have the bridge. I'd sort of only have a bit of space here, which I guess I could do something maybe like I could build like a little Lego ferry terminal or something of a sort to fit there, and I think that would work. So that's still a possibility. But then I thought, again, this entrance here, I'd have to move that because that doesn't make any sense. Why would you just go into the sea? So I thought, right, if we was to turn it, I'm going to have to do this very carefully, like that. Now that kind of makes sense, but then again, why would it stop here? And this just doesn't look any good. Sort of like people can't walk that way. Basically, I've done a rubbish job of explaining that. But then the entrance to Fun Bay sort of makes sense. So then I thought about putting it in the middle. Right, so I've sort of awkwardly placed it in the middle there. Now, obviously, that definitely wouldn't happen. But I had sort of figured out sort of a way it could work. And that would be if I placed it just sort of along here. Now, again, the turnstile wouldn't make any sense, so I'd have to figure something out for that. What I could do, though, is make like a sort of fake beach area within the amusement park. Now, I still don't get the point of doing this, other than, like, it wouldn't make any sense for an amusement park to use up a lot of space to have a fake beach when you literally a few hundred metres from a beach. So I'm sort of, that wouldn't make any sense. I looked at removing the beach and just turning that green. It would not work at all because the entire workings of it are sort of hidden in there. Yeah, so I'm just not really sure what to do with it, really. Normally, sort of in these videos, what I've seen a lot of people do, like Robin Hood bricks, you go through, well, that didn't work. So I ended up sort of settling on this. But yeah, I've still not sort of found that yet, and sort of what my plan is going to be for it. So yeah, I don't think it would be too easy to change the colour of the plates and stuff. And if I was to put it right up against this coaster, one, I wouldn't be able to because these would just hit this tower. So I'd have to still have a sort of building in between. And sort of another thing is this turnstile wouldn't really make sense, but I suppose it's not the end of the world. I can sort of make that work. But yeah, it just wouldn't sort of be the feel I was going for with the amusement park. So yeah, I'm not too sure what to do with that one. I then thought about splitting it, sort of like, so you can have this section like this surfing simulator. I was going to put that sort of down here on the beach, same as, well, then that stall would have sort of gone along the front, in front of the coaster, then the big ride system would have gone basically where it is in the middle. But unfortunately, I can't do that, literally, because it's all off this one crank here, so it has to stay as it is. So really, it's just one of those things. I can't figure it out at the minute. I'm just going to sort of put it to the side and sort of keep thinking with it. So I didn't actually manage to figure that out in the end today. So I'll come up sort of around here, just talk about a couple of other bits I'm doing with the amusement park. Yeah, I still can't figure out what's wrong with the loop coaster. I've got to do a lot of work to this, just to try and get it working. It still isn't working yet. So I'll be glad when I can finally get that working. Still got to sort of just do a bit more grass and stuff in this area, do that walkway. But yeah, it was more just deciding sort of what ride, and I'd sort of figured it out that this one would be the best ride, this sort of thing, because it's raised up. Yeah, I just thought that would look awesome in the middle, so I'm going to try and figure it out, do a lot more work sort of around the Lego City. So yeah, just a quick sort of little amusement park update. We were talking about my dilemma with this Lego Friends set, and also sort of what I think of it. I think it's a great set. I just wish it would sort of fit in a bit better. Yeah, then, as I say, not much more work to do. Like with the beach and stuff, just got to put this wall on, and I'm planning buildings and stuff for it in the future, but that's quite a way away, a few months at least. I thought I'd do a quick little other stuff update in the Lego room, seeing as I might as well. They've still not built this Hogwarts castle yet. I will get around to it at some point. Yeah, then this sort of side of the Lego City, I've got no further with this one. Yeah, just sort of not much has changed since last time, apart from I bought this set. yeah, I've built it, and I thought I'd review it in this video, and I'm going to try and figure out where to put it. Hopefully in the next one I'll have figured that out, and it'll be me placing it. Yeah, and I'll just be getting on with this Lego amusement park. So thank you guys for watching this short little MT Bricks video. I know videos aren't frequent. I don't have an upload schedule or anything anymore. I try and keep 1 or 2 coming out a month at least. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome to MT Bricks, where in today's video it's another amusement park update. So in the last one I reviewed this set and said I couldn't figure out where to put it. Well, I've started to try out one of those ideas then, which was ripping up this part of the beach and putting it here. So I'm going to get straight into it. If you haven't already seen the last one, don't watch this one yet, because nothing what I'm saying will make sense. Anyway, assuming you have watched the last one, I'm starting off by sort of placing it on the beach. Yeah, this was one of the ideas I had to place this Lego Friends amusement park. It was on this beach. There's a couple of negatives that I'll go over quickly of why I didn't want to. One, it would block this road. 2, it would block the idea of me putting a bridge across there. And 3, it'd be a nightmare to do with the beach. So I've ripped up all the sand and stuff of what I'd need to do. I've just started to push it down just to have a look. Now I'd need to replace all of these blue plates along the side with tan ones. So just imagine that looking like that. And as well as that, I'd need to make all of this water, which would mean I need to buy more blue plates. And also, the colour of the water doesn't really make much sense. I guess it sort of does go down darker, as you can see there, so maybe it does. But yeah, I wasn't too keen on that. But I looked at placing it anywhere else, and this was the best sort of solution I could come up with for placing this set. Because I did sort of think maybe it makes sense around here, with this being right on the edge of the water. So I started to do all that, but I'm noticing more and more issues, especially like this road here. It's starting to bug me a lot, and it's basically I couldn't have this. It's not like it goes into the road a little bit. It blocks this lane, so I could only either have one lane, which would make it like a one-way road, or no road at all, which really isn't what I wanted to do. So there's that issue. I then thought of maybe I could sort of reroute the road, just sort of round there instead. But then another thing I noticed that doesn't make sense, there's nowhere for people to walk from this amusement part of the amusement park into that part. And then again, this doesn't make sense. Like, why does that just go into nothing? So yeah, there's a lot of things that don't make sense with this and why I didn't want to place it here. But I sort of figured out this is the best place because I could put it right up sort of against that like restaurant building over there. I could have done that, but then it wouldn't make sense with why there's water or sand at all. So I thought I could change all the blue plates, which again, it wouldn't be ideal. I don't necessarily want to change all the blue plates with sand ones, and I thought that could sort of work. And I've sort of thought of doing that over there, but then there'd be a big sand area in the middle of the amusement park. And I said last time why that wouldn't make any sense. And that's literally because why would you build a big beach area in your amusement park when there's a beach right here? So I've just had the idea, actually, of replacing all the water with sand and leaving it here. But then there's still the issue of the road. So yeah, it's quite a tricky one to place. I sort of, when I got this, thought, oh, this would be perfect. It'll fit in the amusement park. But I've not really found anyway, and that's literally just because of the water. The other thing is, what I wanted to do was split everything up. So I could put this surf thing this way around on the beach, this game stool could go over there, and then this main ride system would have gone in the middle, which I think would have worked really well. But unfortunately, as much as it's an awesome feature, if you turn this handle, it turns everything, so everything is connected underneath these like sand bits, which is why it's raised up so much, with axles and gears, so I can't even really do that. I mean, what I could do is I could try and do that, but I would still lose like all the features. Like if I was to take this away, I could probably still have it looking like that, but it'd be static. Same with this one. And I'm not very good with like doing custom Technic stuff. So then again, I guess I could make it all individual handles. But yeah, I don't think I'd be able to figure all that out. If you want to know how complex some of the workings are, the set does sort of show you. I'll just put the flashlight on a second. And when I turn this handle, you can just see everything that moves. And then you've got one axle going off down there to do the little game stall. And then another is going sort of underneath there. I don't know if you can see it turning in there. I can. It's like a yellow axle turning around just in there. And that's in turn turning this surfboard, which you can see moving there. So yeah, that's sort of the problem with it, because it's all connected. I can't split it up or anything. And now, as much I think this would also be a good position because I can get access to the handle here. I've got the handle for the loop coaster there, handle for this one here. Then I had another idea. This is just me talking about ideas at the start of this video. And that was basically, I was going to have this like a competing amusement park. Because in this country, we have got sort of like, you'll have a big amusement park and you'll have like a little competing one, not owned by the same company. And that happens quite a lot. So I thought of that. Or you'll have like two of the same size amusement parks. But then again, it's just blocking the road that I sort of couldn't get over. And I would have to totally remove this game stool to make it fit there. So I'm not too sure. I really can't figure it out. It almost got to the stage where I thought I would just not include this this set at all in the amusement park, and it would just sit on its own little shelf or something. But yeah, I'm not too sort of keen on that. I just realised I've not put the light on. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm not going to go re-record that. I'm sure the lighting was fine anyway. Yeah, I could put it over there, sort of where the, I can't remember what it's called now, that Monkey Kid set is. But yeah, I'm not too sure on doing that. Yeah, I'm just trying to sort of figure it out whether I keep it in the amusement park. I could have put it over there, but not really. Then I thought of putting it here, but I spent quite a lot of time working this out to make this set fit in this corner. So yeah, and I don't think it would work either. So I think what I've figured out is the best placing for it. As much as I'm not very happy with it going here, it's here or it's not going in the amusement park. Because anything else just isn't, I'm not going to have the stuff and the pieces and stuff to do. So yeah, this is sort of the best place I've figured out for it. But what I've got to decide now is whether I'd rather have the bridge that goes across there to the other side of the city, or I'd rather have this in the amusement park rather than on a shelf, which, yeah, wouldn't be the easiest thing to do because it's quite a big set, or I could put it on like that little table down there. So not too sure. At the sort of stage it is, I think I'm going to leave it there because I've not got a bridge going across there yet. it might not happen for a while. Then I did actually have one more idea, because with my cities and stuff, I know it's just Lego and stuff. I like to sort of have some stuff half sort of realistic, like there'd want to be a way to get over to this sort of area. So I thought I could make like a custom Lego ferry or something and maybe do that, because that would make sense rather than a bridge. So there's that option as well. I'm thinking of doing that because then there's not the whole bridge thing. So if I was to do that, maybe I could make the road a bit custom sort of round here, have it go down the back here and sort of have like a little mini Lego ferry port. So that's another idea. That's probably the most likely, because the big bridge idea, it was awesome. I do sort of have the parts to do it, but with the structural and how annoying it would be to keep removing, I think I'd rather have this sort of in the amusement park or in the Lego city looking great, rather than not display it at all, because I think it's a great set. It's one of my favourite Lego sets. A lot of colour in it. Really fits, and it's just more rides into the amusement park. So I think that is the plan. So I'm going to basically place it all here, make all this look as best as I can. I mean, I've not really got the blue plates to cover up these grey ones yet. If I do it, that'll sort of come in due course. Although what I have got, I'm not sure if I can see it. Oh, it'll be in here somewhere. Where is it? I have got these blue tiles, so I could still sort of partially cover it up and sort of make it look okay. So I'm going to try and sort of make all this fit. Another thing I've thought of, I know it's just problems placing this Lego set, is all the axles and stuff underneath. If there's something that does sort of stick out, it might not push down, but I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. So yeah, I'll try and figure all of this out and get this working. So as I've said, guys, I will have to like replace a lot of these blue plates, especially sort of round here. But I don't think I'm going to fully replace all these blue plates with tan, just because it would mean basically pulling the set apart quite a lot. Like I'd have to rip all this side up and get sort of under all this. I just thought I'd pushed it all down, but I haven't apparently. This is a nightmare with big sets, pushing them down onto base plates. So yeah, not too sure what to sort of do about that one. I'm just sort of trying to work out how many parts I'd need just to replace this all with sand, because it'd make it so much easier, because the water, I've always had stop here so I could have a massive space down this end. Now, from what I remember, it was going to be for like a big lighthouse or something. Was always sort of just one of the things I thought I could do. But yeah, I've sort of, this would work better probably, and I've already got this set. So yeah, I sort of thought I might actually have a look just to see what tan pieces I've got. Now, I've got this drawer full here. As you can see, like I've already got some of these. Like I've got that one that I could replace straight away. I've got that one. I could replace that one. So yeah, I've already got quite a few. So I'm thinking I'll get all of these done. Then in the future, I'll go on to Bricklink or something and just sort of find the pieces, replace this with tan rather than making it all water, because I'm happy with the coastline here. I don't think it fits with those colours. Yeah, then it'll sort of be like, you've got this raised up bit of boardwalk here, which doesn't make much sense. Then I'll probably have to make some steps down. Then if I swap this base plate around so you get the crossing point there, or I'll just sort of have the road be a dead end here. So yeah, a lot of sort of stuff I've got to figure out, but I'm going to sort of start ripping into the blue base plates under this set and try and figure out something of how it'll make sense. Right, so I've started sort of ripping a lot of that up. Then you can see over this boardwalk area, or pier, whatever you want to call it. It's more of like a boardwalk though. It's not actually like a pier that will go out to sea. Yeah, I've ripped all that up because that's just easier to get to stuff, and I can sort of see the blue plates now. Now, because of the pier and the blue plates and stuff, I've only got to replace the bits you're going to see, which is like this outer layer. And thankfully, I think I should be able to sort of do it with all these sorts of pieces. Now, the only thing that is starting to concern me is how far underneath these blue plates go. Like, if these are really big plates, like, I can't quite remember from building it. But yeah, I can sort of remember a bit, and there was a lot of big blue plates involved. Like, I'm still sort of trying to just remove pieces. Like these pieces here, you can see the Technic. There's no way I'm going to be able to pull them up. So yeah, it's just sort of trying to figure all this out, and if not, I can always just build the sand sort of heaped up on top of them. So I've still got a lot of options, and thankfully I've still got a lot of tan sort of beach plates. Let's try and figure this out. So I'm going to try and rip as many of these blue plates up as I can. I'm not going to be able to put this back together exactly how it was, but I'll sort of try and figure out how to get it looking nice. So after doing a bit more sort of work with it, then I've actually managed to cover up the plates rather than removing them. I'm quite happy how it's looking. So I believe this one on here and that one on there, I'll push them down when I'm 100% and just got everything looking nice. Yeah, you can sort of see how that's looking now. So I'm quite happy with that. And then this will go on there. Just sort of made this sand raised up. I've just got to sort this out. But I basically just going to be me putting all those along there. Now, as for steps here, I sort of just covered up the blue plates. Without really thinking if I'd want to add steps in. So yeah, I'm not too sure. I thought I'd have a look in my tiles drawer just to see if I've got anything that could do the job. And unfortunately, I haven't got any of these like nougat coloured tiles. Now, I wish I had. But yeah, I might just leave it as sand. I'm going to leave it as sand for the time being. Just sort of a gradual slope down. I know that's probably not very realistic. Then this blue plate, I haven't got anything like that could replace that. I'm going to wait until I can find a 4x8 tile in tan before I do that. Or I might even try and do it with some different stuff just to sort of, when I sort this road out, I might not need to. I might just cover it up. It depends what I'm going to do with the road, but that's still sort of away in the future yet. Still sort of trying to figure out what I'm going to do here. I didn't really just want to put a straight sort of tile across there because it's all nicely curved and then sort of stop. So I've got to try and figure out what I'm going to do with that. I don't know if I've got any of these tan sort of things left. I could maybe try and do something with something like that, or who knows. So yeah, still just sort of trying to add all these bits in. If you do want to try and do a beach like this, I will say I got the idea from someone called Robin Hood Bricks on YouTube. I've taken quite a lot of inspiration and just a lot of sort of tips and tricks from them. But one of the things I've found with doing the beach is when you order your parts, just try and get as much variety as possible. It's like I just went through Bricklink stores until I found one that had a lot of tan plates and a lot of sort of variety. I bought them used, I don't need new ones. So yeah, I've got hundreds of these little singular things, and these are just really useful because you can see what I've done a lot of is I can literally just add loads of them in. It's really dirty actually. It's just dust and stuff. I'll clean that once it's all in. But yeah, it's just easier filling up gaps. And yeah, it just adds a bit of variety as well, and you can just do stuff like this all along the edge. I'm thinking I'll use some of those dark tan ones, which are these, to make it look like wet sand along here. So I think I'll do that as well. So just a bit more sort of stuff covered up then, pretty much all done. And I was starting to put these tiles back, and I just thought it did look a bit too sort of smooth and stuff. And then I thought as well, if you wanted to get sort of up here, it wouldn't make much sense. So I sort of added these sand steps in. Now, it doesn't really make much sense why they're like steps. But I thought if I get a few of these tiles, these nougat tiles, I can just sort of add them on and it'll be like some more steps, because I might even just deck all of this when I get the tiles. And actually, I did actually think, I said the word actually along there, I have got some as part of this station, so I might pinch them from there and replace them at a future point. But I just know with sets now, if I take pieces from them, they won't get put back basically. So I try not to do that, because yeah, otherwise it just leaves other sets sort of incomplete. But yeah, I quite sort of like that. Still just got to make it look a bit sort of rougher and that sort of round here. And I'll probably use some of these pieces just sort of hidden under there, because if I put my flashlight on now, you're never really going to see this. You can just sort of notice the blue underneath there, but it's minimal, and you might get bits of water and stuff underneath there. So I thought I'd leave that, just sort of pushing all that down. So yeah, I'm sort of quite happy with this. I put bits of wet sand there. Not all that happy with the look of them, and I can't remember if I've got any of these light blue things. Actually, I think I have. Yeah, I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of place them along here like that. But yeah, pulling up all these pieces and putting them down, it's absolutely ruined my nails, because I've started to use brick separators and even they've got sort of damaged. That's why I've got so many of them. It's a good thing because I keep breaking them all the time. So yeah, I sort of just add them in, and then hopefully I can find some more of these white tiles. Here we go. And then I can just sort of add these in there. And we'll add a blue one in just for a bit of variety. Actually, no, that doesn't work at all. Get a white one in. And these are just sort of, that's like meant to represent foam. Yeah, the whole like white foam idea, that come from Robin Hood Bricks as well. It's a great YouTube channel. I recommend checking it out. We'll add that on. Sort of maybe add one in there, sort of at an angle. Yeah, that looks quite good. So yeah, that sort of just adds a lot more to that now, and you can sort of see it's a lot more detailed. And if I get a bit of foam and I can sort of just add that, actually, I'll get one of these sand blue tiles and just add that there, because that makes a lot of sense. It's still, I'm not too sure on this sort of lighter blue colour there, but I've only got the one piece of that in at the minute, so it doesn't really matter too much, I suppose. I can always add that in. Then if I get one of these sand blue ones, maybe if we, I don't know, add one. No, that's not going to work. That's all sort of too built up. Yeah, I think that works fine. I mean, it looks a bit sort of rough and odd there, but yeah, I suppose beaches aren't perfect and all straight and at 90-degree angles, are they? So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. And when I add all figures and stuff, like sunbathing and stuff, you won't notice it too much. Just trying to look under there, just to make sure it's all sort of looking quite nice. I've still got to get a couple of plates to replace that. But that'll be a future update, probably when I do the Lego Ferry. There's a Lego City one that I'm looking at getting to do that. So yeah, I think that is going to pretty much do it for this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish what I'm doing in here today with this, and I'll get all that work done, and then I'll see you sort of for one last clip of the video. Right, so that's pretty much it for this video then. I thought I'd show you what I've done since the last clip. As you can sort of see, I've added all of these plates. Oh, I don't know why the light keeps turning on and off. I think I'll try and turn that off. Added all of these plates and stuff around here, which looks quite good. I've actually added a couple of scenes, but I think I'm going to change this, but it looks okay for now. Got these kids who have buried the parent. That sounds really bad, but yeah, I just thought that's a sort of fun scene. Someone building a sandcastle, someone walking around, and I've banished all mini dolls from the area. So yeah, I don't really like these mini dolls. They don't make sense. They don't work with most Lego. They just sort of, they're an awkward size. So yeah, I'll put them somewhere in a box to never be seen again. But yeah, I've still got to add lots of figures and lots of scenes. But yeah, I just thought ones like these kids burying someone in the sand was a fun idea. Just to go along with sort of some of the already ideas that I've had, like this person trying to dig away with a shovel, that criminal over there. So yeah, that's all for this video. There's still, I think I'm going to do a bit more today, but that'll be in another update, because I think I've done plenty in this one. I'm just going to check all this still works. Now it's all pushed down. Yeah, look at that. Look how awesome that is, all sort of featured into the beach. I'm really, really happy with this now. Yeah, I think it looks absolutely great. It blends in seamlessly. It's a shame that I couldn't do that bridge, and this is basically me confirming that is not happening now, because it would need to sort of come over here, which isn't going to happen. The Lego store will be moved at some point. But yeah, I definitely think what I'm going to do next will probably be like a little like Lego ferry port. We'll have a area here and an area here. Then I'll probably just put the ferry sort of somewhere over there. But yeah, I'm really happy with what I've managed to do in this video. I'm not too sure what rides I'll be adding into this middle area of the amusement park yet. Because, well, yeah, this is here now. But it sort of makes it brings a really nice sort of finish. Finish point is the sort of word I'm looking for here in the Lego sort of amusement park. It makes a nice end to the beach. I've got that end over there now. That one there, I plan on putting a building in the middle, and the rest will just be sort of maybe a few beach huts and stuff about. Yeah, I'm really happy with how the city is coming along. It's only been a few updates since I decided to put the amusement park over here. I'm so happy I did that. The sort of entire room just feels a lot more built up now, and the city doesn't feel so sparse. It actually feels like a lot's happening. So yeah, I'm basically going to tidy all of this up, make it all look a bit neater, tidier, and in the next video, I'm not too sure what I'll be doing, but it'll probably be just a general update on the room, because I've got a lot more work to do in here. So yeah, thank you guys for watching MT Bricks. Hopefully going to get quite a few more videos out a bit more frequently, as much as there is no schedule. You can probably expect a video like every week to 2 weeks. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.